Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast, an installment of the Spartan live stream. Tonight is another installment of girls basketball. The ladies will be in action tonight against the seemingly unstoppable Prescott Cardinals. My name is Keaton Anderson, science teacher here at Somerset High School. I'll be joined momentarily by my color commentator this evening, Mr. Will Rossmiller. Rossmiller is an English teacher here at Somerset High School and is making sure all of his students are conveying their ideas in an organized, grammatically correct way. Special thanks to Cody Wallen tonight to my left for being our producer this evening, taking care of all things technical for this and all broadcasts. Wallen's also a member of the SHS staff by being a fantastic teacher of the social studies. We also call them the social sciences. Tonight, the Spartan ladies take on the red and white Prescott Cardinals. The Cardinals are proving to be a Goliath opponent, and not only in the Middle Border Conference, but statewide. Currently, the Cardinals are ranked in the state of Wisconsin for our division. These ladies haven't been defeated this season yet by anyone in the Middle Border Conference and have a conference record of 9-0. The Spartans will look to send the Prescott Cardinals packing with their first conference loss tonight. One player the Spartans need to keep in check is one Isabella Lenz. She's shown the conference that she's the front runner for Conference Player of the Year by putting up a staggering 24 points per game. Proving that she can do it all in the offensive end, she backs up her 24 points per game with a 43% shooting average from downtown this season. Spartans come into this game 7-9, with their most recent game coming this last Tuesday against non-conference foe Elk Mound, with a loss of 48-53. The Spartans are currently tied for fourth place in the Middle Border Conference with the Ellsworth Panthers. Amory is in third place and has only one game up on the Spartans. So with a couple more victories and one more victory against Amory, they will be in sole possession of third place. I caught up with Coach Corey Lindenberg before the game, and here's what he had to say about the Prescott game plan this evening.
Job in transition, and they got a great player in Isabella Lenz. So when our shot goes up, we're going to be sending 3, sometimes 4 girls back to try to take away their transition offensive game. And then when we get them in the half court, we plan on busting on a couple of different defenses to see if we can't gum up any of their actions and make them stale a little easier to blow out. They're a great offensive rebounding team with a great player, so we know it's going to be a tough pass to stop. Offensively for us, we got to do a good job of handling their pressure in the full court. With some grace, that'll make things easier, and then looking for some high post entries as a way to get into our offense without having to deal with wing denial.
All right, apologies for not being able to get that video up in time, but Coach Corey Lindenberg, he gets the game plan. We will come back with the game plan after a couple minutes for the national anthem, sung by our very own, once again, the lovely Eve Goldstein. All right, everybody, we are back here after watching. I always love watching the sportsmanship video. That's such a fantastic, fantastic production from our multimedia productions class. They're heavily involved in such things. So kudos to them. Thanks for all the students involved as well. All exemplary student athletes as well. Very, very impressive for all of them. All right, we are watching the starting lineups here, and I believe the last one called is going to be none other than, oh, excuse me, she's already been called. We got to pay attention to one player, Issa Lenz, and we're just going to call her by her last name. That's what she's known for, Lenz. People just call her Lenz. Hello, Mr. Will Rossmiller.
Hello, everyone.
So, Rossmiller, we're just getting into this game, just some starting lineups. And, Rossmiller, I'm not sure if you are 100% aware, but this Lenz person, this girl on this
I've heard of
Prescott
her.
team, I think everybody's heard of her, but I just checked it out over before the game started. She scores 24 points per game in girls basketball.
Got it right here, shooting 50% from the field,
Yep.
78% from the free throw line, and 42.5% from three, which is kind of unheard of in high school basketball in general.
High school basketball in general. It's crazy. So they're for sure going to have to cue in on her. She's going to be Conference Player of the Year almost hands down. I don't think anybody steps on her toes as far as being near her in that race. So we'll look to see how they handle her. And one thing that Coach Corey Lindenberg was talking about in his pregame with me, he talked to me and really emphasized that this Prescott team, they're extremely talented, extremely athletic, and they can get out in transition with ease, and that's basically where they do most of their damage. He's advised his team, whenever a shot goes up, they're not sending hardly anybody after an offensive board. Everybody's coming back, and they're going to prevent that transition as much as possible. Prescott wins the jump. Here we go, folks. Ball's in. Rachel Gaikowski on it. Back door. Up, no good. Schachner with the board.
Early miss by Lenz there.
Somerset getting off to the races. Lesha finds some space, lets it fly, and it's
Oh,
good!
there we go!
Mackenzie Lesha starts off things with a bang from downtown.
She made her first three on Tuesday, got another one with it. That's her third three of the season there.
I will say,
great way to start.
I will say in class today, she did say, "Hey, Mr. Wallen, I'm shooting a three for you tonight."
Aw,
and
there
so
you go.
I will take, I'll take those 3 points there to start.
There you go.
We'll assume that one's for you,
Yep,
and then
for sure.
she'll have a couple more, hopefully, for everybody up here in the booth.
I will say a very hot start to the live stream here. We are at 25 people to start the game. That is, those are some good numbers here
Yeah,
to
that's
start
very
off,
cool.
for
Thank
sure.
you, everybody, for tuning in. And while we're shooting some free throws, first shot miss, 3-0 Somerset so far. Mr. Wallen, our producer, can people catch action of this on other social media platforms?
Oh, they absolutely can. As the free throws here, so I'm going to quietly talk here. But you can follow the Spartan live stream on the Instagram. Brand new as of last Tuesday. We're up to about 70-something followers in just a couple of days. We're pretty proud of that.
That is impressive.
Yeah, just get some behind-the-scenes pictures, information, things like that. Just trying to reach our fans
Full
here
potential.
as much as we can.
For sure. Somerset on the offensive end here. Rachel Gaikowski trying to shake her defender. They're looking for Danny in the post there. She gets it. Entry in. Up. And rattles out no good. Prescott out.
Whoa.
Out in transition, as I was saying. And Lesha going out for that football safety kind of esque thing that she's very, very good at. Runs right into her.
Yeah,
player.
she just mistimed that one a little bit.
Yep.
Almost at it. It looks like she's going to be matching up against Lenz tonight, which should be a good matchup for Kenzie Lesha, the sophomore.
It's going to be a testament to her defense. We'll see how she does. There it is.
There it is, right
Steal,
there.
clean steal.
Yep.
And she's going to keep it. Left hand. Ball dribbling. Finds. Oh, coming out of nowhere.
And this is where the Spartans have to get back. This team does well, or Prescott does well to force turnovers, but that's a travel.
That's going to be a travel. Stutter step on the three-point attempt. That's a travel. Somerset doing well so far. 3-1, 16, 32 left. Whole lot of time. We'll see what happens.
Spartans in their first game against Prescott earlier this season actually had a 10-2 lead in the first 6 minutes of the game, but then ended up losing by, I believe, more than 20 points. So quick this Prescott team can come at you really quick. Have to play very disciplined basketball, smart basketball on both ends of the court to compete with this talent on the Prescott Cardinals.
Absolutely. Coach Corey Lindenberg had to call timeout, prevent a backcourt violation, and he's for sure going to talk and coach his team through how is Somerset going to break this full court pressure. How are they going to stop Prescott in transition? As soon as Prescott gets the ball, whether it's a board, whether it's a steal, my goodness, are they off to the races, and they're moving.
Yep,
Here we go.
They don't look back.
They do not. And seemingly every player on this Prescott team, obviously Lenz, but all these ladies can really do some damage just on their own.
Yeah.
Let alone needing a few passes here and there in transition. Gaikowski gets the lob. She rallies.
Whew.
Finds Liv at the key. Screen and roll action. Somerset's bread and butter. Gaikowski finds it, lets it fly, no good.
It's going to be hard to come by offensive rebounds when you're getting back like that, but they have to give that up here in order to prevent those transition baskets.
Shots up and good from Lenz. Baseline jumper. And Prescott, 3-3, first field goal of the night. Shots up, no good, and Liv, otherwise known as Super Bowl. Liv,
you want to
Super
explain
Bowl
that one?
Hoff. Well, that's just what the team tells me. That's her nickname. Liv Super Bowl.
We're going to have to get some clarification on that nickname at some point here.
Super Bowl started on ball defense in the high 2-3. Lesha comes down with it, fighting. Still getting bodied by Prescott. They're really off trying to get these boards. Here's a mismatch. Schochner finds it. Her teammate Paulson. Danny gets it in on the block. Nice Barry. Shots up, no good. Lenz with it. What's she going to do? Super Bowl is on Lenz currently. Danny really sagging off her defender in the post. Some flex screen action from Prescott. Flex screen, back screen seems to be their bread and butter, and that's going to be a foul on Danny. Moving. Hands straight up in the air, but she was moving.
Yep, got her with the hip there. It'll be number 10, Tori Benk. I think that's how you pronounce it.
She's a junior
Yep.
on this Cardinal team. 15:06 left to go in this first half. Still tied up 3-3. Kenzie Lesha with the only point so far. Nice three-pointer to start the game. First offensive possession. Danny Schochner.
3 fouls
Checks
already
out.
for the Spartans.
Shots up Lesha. Lesha gets it stolen. Bank gets her own board.
Lesha's
Lesha's got it.
again.
Lesha 3-on-1 at one time. Lesha gets it, lets it go, fades to fire, no
Oh.
good.
She has some confidence again with that 3-point shot there.
Yeah, we're going to need all the confidence we can this game. Bank with it, down low. Finds it out, Lenz, letting it fly from downtown. Get the rangefinder out for that one.
Was smooth.
And that's why she scores 24 points per game. Paulson finds it. What's she going to do? Stolen.
Ooh, get back.
Gaikowski, there's a scrum.
Foul.
Somerset looking a little jittery so far, kind of getting a little excited. Lesha asking for a sub, but so far the Spartans doing a good job taking it to them. I mean, this is definitely David versus Goliath for most aspects. I mean, anybody that goes up against this Prescott team has been David so far this season.
Yes, absolutely.
Prescott's only lost 2 games this season, and they've both been from non-conference matchups. One is from River Falls. Paulson with it, drives to the hoop, it's up and in. No backboard required for that one.
Nice floater there by Paulson. Getting a couple of big points for the Spartans.
Lenz letting it fly. Offensive board, power dribble up. No good, a scrum.
Woo!
Sophia Rivard throws her defender.
Wow.
Paulson with it. To Liv. In. Out. Shots up. Paulson. It's in.
Now, that's the kind of passing they're going to need to take advantage of this Prescott defense. Coach Corey Lindenberg said sometimes this Prescott defense overcorrects and tries to jump routes. If you get good passing, try to get them anticipating stuff instead of actually, oh, darn.
And that's going to be an and
That's
one
nice.
opportunity. Super Bowl, otherwise known as Liv Hoff, with the foul on that one. Rachel Gaikowski got beat by Lenz, and Liv had to come help. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Lenz to the line. As we stated before in the pregame, 24 points per game, and she backs that up with a stunning 43% shooting from downtown. quite the stat sheet for one Isabella Lenz.
And she doesn't chuck a bunch of them up. She has 80 on the season so far. That's a good amount, but some of the Spartans shoot more threes, but it seems like she takes very smart shots, and that definitely leads to that high shooting percentage.
Very strategic, very confident. Liv finding some room, up and no good. Gets around a couple of Cardinals.
Gotta get back.
Lenz with it. Gaikowski on ball. Gaikowski gets beat up, and that's off the glass. Nice kiss off the glass from Lenz.
Lenz is like a quarterback as she comes up the court, just seeing the entire field, checking out for her teammates, willing to take it on her own.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's
Heather
a big
Gaikowski.
hit. Loose ball hit.
Rachel Gaikowski.
Yeah, and she's shaking up, folks. Bank's going to come out.
Yeah, that was a tough hit.
Yeah, that was a series of unfortunate events for sure. Loose ball situation, going for it. I think Benk got one right in the nose. Right in the lip. Gaikowski coming out. Lesha checking in. So far on the floor for the Spartans, we got Liv Hoff, Mackenzie Lesha, Sophia Rivard, Taylor Paulson, and Heather Gaikowski.
Lenz has 13 points already. 13 of the 14 points are from Lenz.
Wow.
Rivard with her hands on it, with a little bit of a block. And we're going to get a loose ball call on Lenz.
I mean, at this pace, what, she's going to have...
Oh, excuse me. I think that was on 14 on Aaron Boatman.
If Lenz keeps up this pace with less than 6 minutes into the first half, she would have just under 80 points this game.
Wow, tremendous math on that
Stats
one.
man, Mr. Rossmiller. Live with it. Finds Rivard. Up, no good. Offensive board. Spartans. Paulson with it. Paulson's in the corner. Finds Liv.
Oh, foul.
And there's a foul.
Sydney Matzek, the junior. Her second foul tonight.
Miss Matzek, almost reminiscent of the player she is guarding, Mackenzie Lesha, really going out there as a football safety and trying to make something happen. Anticipation is the key. Lesha with it. Starting a high screen and roll between Heather and Lesha. Liv the fill, finds it. Swinging it around. Into Heather, no good.
That's what they got to try to do. You're going to get some turnovers if you force passes in there, but they have to try to get the ball into the paint.
Ball is in. Heather on ball. Shots up, left hand, no good. Heather whip bobbling. Sophia comes up with it. Finds Paulson. Paulson's off. It's a 2-on-1. Paulson
draws the foul.
Takes it up strong. She's going to the line, folks. Paulson finding some room in the open floor, really doing a good job, almost cherry picking, really. As soon as the ball went up, she's off to the races to the other end, and she finds some room. Paulson, no good on the first shot.
Kind of a different atmosphere for us tonight because the Prescott student section kind of got here first, and they took the usual spot of the Spartan student section, so they're actually in front of us.
Yeah, real power move. Spartan student section in front of us now.
Yeah, which
just moving over.
That's where they want to be. Taylor Paulson makes her second shot.
Yeah, we'd like to have everyone close to us. They're waving, being friendly right now. It's all right.
They don't even have to tune in on their phones. They can just hear us from right here.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Paulson makes a second, 50% so far this game. She's 70% on the season from the line so far. Very efficient one, Taylor Paulson from the charity stripe. Prescott methodically setting it up here.
Oh, Lesha with the
foul, but I'm not 100% sure. I think she just wrong place, wrong time. Got in between a screen, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 on Lesha.
I wonder if they're going to check her out.
It's going to be interesting. Rivard with help defense. Lesha swatting it out of there.
Up to 30 listeners here. Welcome, everybody.
Wow.
Hope you're having a good night here, watching some Spartan basketball.
Welcome anybody from Prescott as well.
Absolutely.
We'll try to be as impartial as possible. However, we are
Can't make any promises.
home live stream. Shots up, no good.
That should be out on the Cardinals.
Lesha there, and it's going to be out. Coach Lindenberg telling him what to do. Cardinals holding off the Dogs. Just going to play some classic half-court defense. Looks like they're getting in the zone. Looks like a 3-2 defense from the Cardinals. That 3-2 zone's going to match up perfectly against these Spartans with 2 down low. Heather up, and that's going to be 2 freebies.
Nice
from
job.
15 feet away.
Nice job by Heather Gaikowski getting her own offensive rebound there, and she gets to go to the line here for 2.
Heather Gaikowski, the youngest Gaikowski on this team. Her older sister, Rachel, number 3. Shot is up, and front rim no good. Score is 9-14. Prescott's leading this contest so far. 11:22 left to go in this first half of action. Somerset's got 6 fouls. Prescott's going to be in bonus for 11 solid minutes here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
However, Prescott's got 5, so it could be similar action here the rest of the game. In and out. Second free throw. Bounding down court is Prescott Cardinals. Undefeated in conference so far this year. And that's some beautiful basketball, folks.
Wow.
A nice give and go from Prescott.
And on that offensive possession, Lenz didn't even touch the ball, and you still see the offensive efficiency, the great ball movement, the nice cuts to the basket. This Prescott Cardinals team is very disciplined, very knowledgeable in their basketball skills.
Knowledgeable is right. That was one thing Coach Corey Lindenberg was mentioning to me. It's just in for Eve. Eve couldn't quite rally. Lenz has got it. What's she going to do? It's always a show when she's got it. That's up in her right hand, and it's in.
Bit of razzle-dazzle there.
A little bit of razzle-dazzle crossing the face of a couple Spartans. This team, Coach was saying, is very, very high basketball IQs overall. All they need are some give and goes, screen and rolls, really just the classics for them. And it'll
Transition
get it done.
play right here. Look at that.
Wide open.
Wow.
And that's going to be up and good. Prescott starting to gain some momentum here, folks. 9-20.
That's exactly what Coach Lindenberg talked about, getting back after Prescott gets that defensive rebound. Spartans weren't able to get back. Easy basket for the Cardinals.
Kenzie Lesha shot fake, takes it baseline, up no good. 3 Spartans are going to
There it
check
is
in
again.
here. Taylor Paulson, good defense.
Good rebound by Rachel Gaikowski.
Gaikowski's got it. She's out and moving. Paulson with it. Back to Gaikowski. Gaikowski, the nice floater in the lane. It's no good.
Get back, get back.
Spartans get back this time. Lenz with it. Who's on her? Gaikowski Sr., as we like to call her. Rachel Gaikowski doing the heavy workload on Lenz. Paulson on ball this time. It's a lob. Heather on it. And Eve Goldstein's going to get caught with a foul there. It was a nice hand in the face. Made some contact, unfortunately. I believe that's number 2, Brinley Groening. Or Gehring, excuse me. Brinley Gehring. She's a sophomore on this Cardinal team. Number 2. And we got 3 Spartans checking in. Sophia Rivard, Danny Schachner, and Super Bowl, otherwise known as Liv Hoff. Second shot, no good. Offensive board, Prescott. Shots up, and that's good. A little dink and dunk shot from halfway up the lane line. Scores 23-9. Prescott's up in this one. Spartans trying to find some momentum they had early in the game. Danny Schachner is in. She's trying to do some good ceiling work, some burying. Trying to find the ball. There she's got it. Rachel Gaikowski lets it fly. No good. Danny right there with the board.
Oh.
Rachel stumbles. Paulson helps her.
Nice ball movement here by the Spartans.
Long offensive possession here by the Spartans. Let's see if they can transition into some points. Danny was open for a second. Couldn't quite find her. They're trying to swing it around, trying to find Danny as much as possible. Rachel lets it fly. No good from downtown.
And you can't knock the Spartans for trying those outside shots because oftentimes they'll hit them. That was a nice attempt. Almost down, but not quite.
And there's a skip pass. Number 30, McKenna Johnson. She's been in all game so far, I believe.
Yeah, she has 4 points, which is already more than she averages in a game. She averages only 2.9 points per game tonight, or on the season. So, getting some significant minutes tonight.
Drive baseline out to Johnson. Back into the lane. Shots up. Nice strong move up and through. No good. Rachel Gaikowski with it. So far, the Spartans are missing, for sure, one Mackenzie Lesh out there kind of to lead this team.
Yeah.
Rachel, nice find off the glass for 2 points. They're missing Mackenzie's defense as well right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Lenz with it. She's at the key. She's leading this Cardinals team. And she's going to find some room. Let it fly. No good. Rivard there.
Nice rebound by Rivard.
These Spartans need all the transition buckets they can get. There's Paulson. 2 on Paulson. Somebody's open. It's going to be Liv. Liv lets it fly, and that's good.
Hey.
From the corner, it's Liv Hoff for 3.
Great shot by Liv Hoff.
Liv being the senior leader on the floor so far. There. The phone was ringing, and Prescott answered. Another 3 from the Cardinals.
Ashley Reichen there. I believe those are her first points of the game.
I believe so as well. Danny trying her best to get the ball in there. Man,
Nothing
McKenna
really going.
Johnson is just doing some work.
Lenz with the
Lenz
steal.
with the steal. Lenz, left hand, up and in. That's an easy deuce. The easiest bucket she's going to find.
17 points for Lenz.
Holy moly.
Yep.
Queuing in on Lenz has been an issue so far. However, it's tough.
Yeah.
Paulson with it, finds Danny 15 feet away, lets it fly, no good. Lenz with it again. Hoff on her so far. I believe it's Hoff and Gaikowski kind of taking the lead, taking turns. Somerset coming out in a 2-3 zone here currently.
Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to switch to the 2-3.
Lenz finding the soft spot right at the top of the
moly.
key, and that's in, and it's good. That's 20 for Lenz.
Yep, that's 20 points right
That
there.
is a smooth-looking shot.
Yeah. It
There's
looks
a
like it's
reason why
going
she's
in every
got
time.
24 points per game so far. Spartans doing their best here.
Timeout by Corey
We're going to
Lindenberg.
get a 30 timeout from one coach, Corey Lindenberg.
Yep, the Prescott Cardinals have quickly doubled up the Spartans here. Game was close there for the first 6 to 8 minutes, and now Prescott's starting to pull away a little bit. And it's not just Lenz. Other players are contributing now.
It's not
and
just Lenz.
Opening some stuff up for Lenz. Can't just defend her. This is a complete Prescott team.
It's very, very, very talented and good team for sure. It's not. It helps to have a player like Lenz for sure, but we've seen Gehring, Matzik, Rankin, Bank, Boatman, all those players from Prescott. I mean, they've all scored. Johnson.
It's interesting, though, because actually the second leading scorer for the Cardinals is Nicole Dahlman, a junior, number 15. She's actually leading the team in rebounds and second in points, 11 points and 8.7 rebounds. I don't think we've seen her yet tonight. So I'm wondering if there's an injury or something there, as that is the Cardinals' second leading scorer not seeing any action in this Middle Border Conference game tonight.
Possibly. Prescott coming out in the 3-2 zone, it appears. Into Danny. Danny up and no good. She gets it. And
That'll be a foul
it's
on
going
the
to be
floor.
on the floor. Good job from Danny. Nice 45, kind of finding the soft spot in that zone and getting her up and in. And an offensive board helps as well.
Taylor Paulson seeing the trainer here right now. I'm not sure exactly for what. But not in the game for the Spartans.
Lesha shot fake, takes it in fearlessly, no good.
Looks like a little blood on the jersey. Looks like we're cleaning that off.
Yep, got to take care of that.
And that's a wide open lane for the Cardinals, no good. Offensive board, there's a scrum. Lenz with it, Lenz up and no good. Another offensive board. Another one. That's going to be a technical out of bounds. Offensive boards galore for Prescott, on that possession. 5 minutes exactly enrolling in this half so far, or left, Somerset 14, Prescott 31. Both teams are going to be in bonus action the rest of this half. Lesha with it, trying her best to find her buddy Heather down there. Gaikowski sees some seam, and that's good. Nice kiss off the glass. Gaikowski senior, Rachel. Skip to nobody, finds it, Prescott does. Lenz has got it, Lenz lets it fly. There's another one. Bang, bang, Lenz. And that's 23 for her, folks. She's already got her game average in this first half. And Lenz, to her credit, that's a good shot. Nice turnaround post move from one Heather Gaikowski. Lenz has been seeing some three-point success for sure. I'm not sure if that'll keep with the second half, but if she sees an ounce of room, she's letting it fly. Prescott with it. 4 minutes now, and rolling. Bank with it. Nice tip from Lesha.
Mackenzie Lesha not happy with that one.
No, she wishes she had that one in her hands. Ball is in. Johnson with it. Heather on Johnson. 2-3 zone defensively for the Spartans. Prescott, Lenz breaking it, getting by Liv Hoffen, puts it up and in. Surpassing her game average. Touchdown pass to Danny. Finds Liv, back to Lesha.
Season high for Lenz is actually 38 points. So
well, she's on track for that tonight. A little stagnant so far, that possession for Somerset offensively. We'll see how they can make some magic happen. A little pixie dust off of this blob. Baseline out of bounds play. Right into Danny, it's up, no good. Gehring with the rebound, and she was off and running. Lenz with it. Finds her buddy, Bank. Shot
nice
blocked
block
by Schockner.
Ooh,
And ball's out of bounds, and that's going to be Somerset ball. 3:08 left in this half. 18 Somerset, 36 Prescott.
Danny with her first block of the night, averaging 3 blocks per game on the season so far.
They don't call her Danny Blockner for nothing, folks.
Heather Gaikowski doing work down there. My goodness, kudos to her. She's not finding any post entries, but man, she's trying to get it.
Yeah, good post defense for the Cardinals.
Very good post
McKenna
defense.
Johnson, number 30, number 14, Erin Boatman, both playing really good defense.
There she finds it. Heather with it. Trying to rally, corral it. Lesha finds some room. There she goes. Splash from her splash pad downtown. Mackenzie Lesha.
Mackenzie Lesha, all of a sudden, a three-point machine here in the last 2 games.
Somerset needs some magic happening. Mackenzie Lesha's going to be with it. Len, she is lights out, folks. My goodness. We might as well name this hoop after her. Man, that hoop is just hers. Danny fighting for it, gets some boards. Up and in. Nice 2 for Danny. Lenz has got 28. Nice shot fake from the Cardinals. Johnson with it. Johnson at the elbow. Finds her all-conference for sure player, Isabella Lenz. Johnson with it. Nice step through. No good. Off the glass. Rachel Gaikowski rebounds and rallies. Lesha finds Danny, opposite block, and that's up and good. Somerset gaining some momentum here late in this first half. 1:33 and rolling. 39. Johnson up and no good. Front rim. Heather with it. Coach Lindenberg telling his players, hey, let's get going.
It's all how you finish here at the end of this first half. That could
Liv! Super Bowl from downtown. That one is good. So far, Somerset, I think really offensively, the only people doing a whole lot of work are Danny, Liv, and Lesha so far. I haven't seen a whole lot from Rachel Gaikowski. Heather's got a couple points, but just kind of here and there stuff. Seems like the Lesha, Danny, and Liv show so far. This full timeout is brought to you by some science news. I don't know if you know, gang, folks here listening. NASA recently took the highest resolution picture of the surface of the sun we've ever done, which is big news, folks. And you can check it out online as well. So, currently updating our technology every day. And I'm an astronomy teacher, so I gotta pay some kudos to astronomy news.
What a fun fact there, Mr. Anderson.
Fun fact!
And our 38 followers are probably excited to hear those fun facts there. As our cheerleaders are leading our crowd in some cheers there. Good to see.
Absolutely.
Awesome to have them out here.
good showing for a Thursday night for sure. Here we go. 1:13 left to go in this first half. Somerset down by 11 against ranked state opponents, Prescott Cardinals. Johnson with it at the wing, trying to fight for some post. There it is from Danny Schockner. She steals it. Lesha with it. Danny rim running, trying to find something to happen. And that's going to be a bobble of the ball from Rachel Gaikowski. Couldn't quite find it. Danny Schockner, she didn't find the ball in that possession, but she has proven so far. She scored a few buckets off of her tenacity, getting a board, finding her outlet, and then rim running, just going right at the bucket, hoping to find herself open.
Taylor Paulson checking back into the game. Looks like a finger injury is what took her out of the last couple minutes here.
And there she is. Paulson with it.
Those can be tough. It'll be interesting to see how she handles that for the rest of the game.
For sure.
Liv really flying. Some miscommunication. That's going to be a turnover. Oh, they're going to give it back to Somerset. Not sure about that one, but we're not going to complain up here in the booth.
Yeah, it's all the way over there. We have no idea.
It's not like we can look at it on our live stream instant replay.
I did, and I would agree that it was slightly questionable.
Hoff with it. Danny at the free throw line. Good, strong move. Danny. Her tenacity is going to pay off.
We had a lot of fouls early in the first half, but we haven't had any in the second half of the first half. Only 7 for each team now, so
yeah,
both teams in bonus with only 22 seconds left.
I think this Somerset, in their last, with 11 minutes left to go in the first half, I think they had 6, and they only got 7 right now.
Well, and how about this, though? It seems like Prescott's been in pretty much control this whole game, but we're only down 10 here.
Yes. So it's been the Lens show for sure, and she's been lights out shooting.
Spartans have to stop Lens and the Cardinals here. That would be huge going into the half.
For sure.
14 seconds and rolling. This one's 29-39. Somerset down by 10. Lens with it. She's going to take this last shot. Crossing over between her legs. That's up and no good. Danny with the rebound. That's how the half's going to end. Coach Lindenberg applauding his team. Good defensive stance to close out this half.
Yeah, good finish to the half there for the Spartans.
So your score at halftime is 29 Somerset, 39 Prescott. The half, to me, gang, and we'll get everybody's opinion up here, but I think, to me personally, that half went pretty solid. It was pretty well, and I think, even if Lens had 18 points in that first half, which would be a heck of a lot, we would be tied with them. She's got 28 right now.
I think that's a big point. I mean, you have a very, very high quality player out there that is tough for any team to control. So I think second half adjustments for sure there, but for the Spartans, hopefully to limit Lens's scoring prowess there. But just keep pounding those boards there and getting a couple easy points on every possession there, and we can get back into this game for sure.
And Lens, I think they're doing a halfway decent job on Lens, the Spartan ladies are. But Lens, like I say, I don't know how many threes she has. We're not keeping track up here in the booth. We're going to go to the scores table for sure and figure out what her actual statistics are so we can report them before the second half starts. But, man, she's got to have at least 4 3-pointers, and I would bet all of them are from a couple feet out from the three-point line. She is not afraid to let it fly.
We have a special guest on with us right now, Shaylin Stremke. There we go, I got it. JV basketball player. How's it going, Shaylin?
It's going good.
So you had a game tonight, obviously, right before this one. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, Prescott's tough. Last time we played them, we only scored 18 points, and we lost by about 30.
Dang.
This time we had 18 points in the first half, and we only lost by about 10. So
what do you feel like was the big difference between that first game and the second game for your team?
I just think we cleaned up our press break a lot more, and we had a lot less turnovers and took care of the ball.
Absolutely. I was only able to catch part of the JV game, but Emily Richards seemed to be scoring quite a few points. What can you tell us about your teammates, Emily and everyone else in general?
Emily is a machine, and she does not let anything stop her, and everyone else, we all just play together and play hard, give feedback to everyone. And
absolutely, and that kind of plays into my next question. We are almost to the end of your season. how do you feel like your team has come together and started to like work together, I guess? You have a lot of freshmen, a lot of new people to the program at the high school. How do you feel like you guys are doing as far as working together as a unit?
I think it's getting a lot better. We've all been playing together since we were little, and now we're joining with the upperclassmen. And so throughout the season, it's just been us meshing, and now towards the end, we're getting better and better, so it's good.
Awesome. Mr. Anderson, any questions for Shaylin?
Nah, Strumke, I mean, I caught the last half of your game, and for sure you ladies put up a good fight, and you were taking it to them towards the end of that game. And unfortunately, great teams just find a way to pull it out no matter what. So they are a darn good team for sure. But you ladies for sure improved since the first time you played them, and I think that is a testament in itself. Well, good job, Somerset JV girls basketball. My gosh.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shaylin.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Well, folks, we're going to take a break here. We're going to come back with about a minute remaining before the second half starts. We're going to come back with some official stats for you guys. We'll go down to the scores table. So we're going to call it quits here until about a minute before the half. And we are back here at Somerset High School. We're back with 1 minute and 20 seconds before the half, but we got some official statistics we can talk about from the first half for both teams. First, let's start with the most impressive stat of the evening. We're talking, of course, about one Isabella Lenz from the Prescott Cardinals. She's got 28 this game so far, and rumor has it she only missed twice. She only missed twice. So that's why she's got so many points for sure. So she is just lights out, folks. She's taking shots from distance. She's doing everything. So she is really doing some work for sure. Second leading scorer for the Cardinals, it looks like is, let me see, looks like 4 points. Johnson, number 30. She's got 4 points. So a couple of sprinklings of some points for the Cardinals. Still got 30 seconds, even though both teams are ready to go. For the Spartans, looks like leading scorer for the Spartan is going to be, looks like one Taylor Paulson and Mackenzie Lesha both have 6. And Lesha has her two 3-pointers, both of her 6 points, which are really impressive for her because she's not done so hot from 3-point range this season so far.
No, didn't make one until Tuesday.
Tuesday. Now she's got 4.
Yep, already doubled her 3-point total from Tuesday.
She is doing some work for sure. And we're getting going. Danny with it. Danny up and strong. She's not going to get that call. Looked like some contact, not going to get it. Prescott off to the races. Nice back door from Bank. Bank.
Oh, wow.
Nice reverse layup for 2. And that's going to break the ice for this second half. That's Tori Bank. She's a junior on this team.
Had a hard foul in the first half, but back out there in the second half. She came back in the first half too, of course, but nice basket there by her.
Danny Schachner, nice, facing away from the bucket, turn and scoop. She gets a foul called, and she's going to line for 2 free shots from the charity stripe. Nice post entry from her teammate Taylor Paulson. Danny Schachner makes the first front end of this. We'll call it a 1-and-1, even though it's a shooting foul. Danny with the second shot. Front rim, no good. Rebound Cardinals. Lenz with it. Lesha on Lenz so far in this second half. Danny on Johnson down low. Danny with the block. Gets her fingertips on that one. Gaikowski on it. Rachel Gaikowski. Lesha finds Danny opposite block. Danny power dribble. Fumbles. Finds Paulson. To Lesha. Lesha lets it fly. Back rim. Danny's there. And it's off on Danny. McKenna Johnson's going to inbound this one for Prescott. Somerset down by 11 in this second half so far. Really not a bad place to be. Lenz with it. Lenz, nice crossover. Man, oh man. She's doing it all, folks. Lenz with 30. She's got 30 of the Prescott's 43 points. Nice crossover. Good 2-step up. Kiss off the glass for Lenz.
Something to think about with Lenz, that
Gaikowski back rim, no good.
There. Something to think about Lenz, she has 2 fouls right now. If she gets a third, Cardinals might be taking her out of the game, which I don't think they've done yet in this contest.
Paulson gets a steal and gets a foul, loose ball foul on her. Called for her, should say. Lesha with it. Prescott bringing some pressure. Sometimes it's full court, sometimes it's not. I think they're just kind of doing half-court pressure, but sometimes just kind of finagling out past the line there. Paulson, nice strong layup, but no good. Bank with it. 16 minutes and rolling. Lesha getting her fingertips on it. Couldn't quite stick with it. Good attempt from Mackenzie Lesha, who's doing some work on Lenz. Backdoor from Lenz, and that's up and good. Me, oh my, she's doing it all, folks. And she's not doing it by herself for the most part. She had her teammates passing her the ball. Good team chemistry with that one. Rachel Gaikowski finds a floater in the lane. That's up and good. Prescott leading this one by 13. After a couple buckets. Bank with it. And Lesha's doing all she can to stay with Lenz. There she finds it. That's going to be a foul on Lesha. That's her third. Going to be wondering if she's going to come out immediately.
Do Spartans really have 5 players with 6 points? Or is that just an error?
Oh, that is weird. I'm not sure. That seems like a statistic anomaly.
I think so.
Bank free running across that screen, not getting it. Lenz finding it. There's a travel. Somerset coming out in the 2-3 out of the sideline out of bounds play, and proven to work. Prescott turns it over with the travel. We'll see how they respond on the offensive end. Lesha with it, high screen and roll. Lesha and Schachner stolen. Danny calling the SWAT team. That one's out of here.
Her third block of the game there.
Danny Blockner, I'm telling you, folks.
That's a good one.
Danny Blockner with her
stick.
fingertips on it. Prescott gets it, though. Quick inbound, no good. Liv, Super Bowls, off to the races. Fumbles, stumbles, Paulson with it. Finds Rachel. Rachel lets it fly. No good. Danny's right there. Danny's going to get to the line for 2. Danny Blockner responds on the offensive end of the floor with a nice offensive board.
Yeah, I think that's just...
And Danny Schachner so far, really the only person that's available to get a rebound so far in this game. It's only going to be Danny or Heather or Eve Goldstein or maybe possibly Sophia Rivard, depending on where she lines up. But otherwise, Somerset is not sending people to get offensive boards. They are getting back in transition, as they are right now. Lenz with it. That's up and no good. A rare miss from Lenz.
And how about a check at our scoring for the Spartans here? We have 5 players with 6 points. That is something interesting there to see.
Seems like an anomaly.
I see a 2 points there, though. I mean, we've had kind of.
I think it might be accurate. I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Lesha with a turnover, a little miscommunication there. Somerset coming out in a 2-3, trying to prevent some long-range shots from one Isabella Lenz. Shot fake. Dribble drive, no good. Danny with another block. She rallies, finds her teammate Rachel, the oldest Gaikowski. Lesha with the ball. She's going to get a body call for her. Lesha calling out 2, whatever that means. Oh, Lesha is coming out. She has 3 fouls, so we'll see how she responds the rest of this game, or at least when she's going to go back in. Somerset for sure is going to need her. Very valuable asset in one Mackenzie Lesha, especially on the defensive end. Rachel Gaikowski with the running jumper. No good. And off and running is Isabella Lenz. With it now at the top of the key. Bank facilitating this offense. Really trying to pick apart this 2-3 zone of Somerset.
3 fouls there puts Lesha in what the Spartan live stream calls foul watch.
Foul watch, not as severe as a warning. Lenz with another bucket to add to her stat sheet. She's got 34, folks. Doing it all. Very, very impressive player. Very fun to watch. Taylor Paulson, Bank, playing some staggering, stifling defense on her. Danny with it. Heather really doing some ceiling work. There, she's going to get one. No, not quite. Turnover. Lenz, jumper, no good. Danny rebound. We'll see if Spartans can try it again. Rachel trying to find her older sister, or younger sister on that last possession. Liv Super Bowl Hoff with it. Trying to find Danny. Danny doing some ceiling work. Rachel with the floater. Open up the bank. You can cash that in, Rachel Gaikowski. That one's good. Bank with it. Up on top, Lenz. Stutter step. It's up and good. Oh, me, oh, my, folks. She is on fire. Doing it from every aspect of the court.
1 point away from her season high.
She's got 37, everybody. Mesmerizing player to watch, for sure. Heather with a strong move, and that's up and in. Muscles her way into the paint. Strong up and in. Good finish. Gehring with it on top of the key, really getting a free run at the hoop, not being able to be found by any of her teammates. Lenz with it, finds back door, and that's up, no good. Johnson with it, Johnson right hand, no good. Another offensive board from Prescott. My goodness, offensive boards galore. And Coach Corey Lindenberg's upset with that call from the Stripes. That's going to be on number 3, Rachel Gaikowski. Coach Lindenberg pleading his case. She was straight up in the air, he says. The man in stripes did not agree. To the line for Prescott. That shot is up and good. That's number 14, Erin Boatman. She's a sophomore on this Cardinal team. Her hair's so long, I can't quite see her her numbers. Somerset student section trying to get them rallied here at Somerset. Scores 36, Somerset 52, Prescott. 11:45 and rolling left in this game. Gaikowski with the offensive board, trying to find her younger sister, no good, and there's a scrum. They're calling it. Prescott's ball. They're going to call a loose ball foul on Rachel Gaikowski. And that is an interesting call.
Very interesting. It looked like number 14 hit Rachel with a little bit of a forearm there in that scrum there, but
there's a loose ball foul.
A lot of bodies there. Refs can't see everything for sure.
Yep. Well, Somerset got away with one out of bounds earlier, so the balance is set. Lenz with it. Lenz rifling passes all over. Really quarterbacking this team. Stutter step. Up, no good. Paulson rebound. Oh, excuse me. Heather rebound. Finds her older sister, Rachel. Good backdoor from Liv. Finds Danny. Danny up and off the glass, and that's good. Nice right hand from Danny Schachner. Bank with it. Somerset trying to get some momentum, trying to get all the gears grinding for this machine on the team. That's going to be a travel. Here we go. We can start to see some momentum shifting here. Sophia Rivard checking in for Rachel, excuse me. And Liv Hoff checking out. Prescott bringing some pressure.
As we've tied our viewership record here with 42 viewers on the stream here.
McKenna with the steal. Bank finds Lenz, and that's an easy left-hander for Lenz. She's got 39, folks. Her season high officially. Rivard with it. Finds Heather. Somerset, no answers for Isabella Lenz so far. Danny, nice 45. Power dribble. Up, no good. Lenz with the board. Lenz is running. Finds Bank. Bank. Nice strong move. And she's going to go to the line for 2 freebies from the charity stripe, as Ross Miller likes to call it. Let's see this first shot here. That first shot's up and good. Eve Goldstein checks in for Danny Schachner. Danny so far looks like she has 8. And Danny really, if I had to give a Spartan Spotlight Award, it would be for, I believe, Danny Schachner so far in this game. Doing things defensively, transitioning into the offensive end of the floor. Really doing it all for Somerset here, doing her best. Good job post defense so far. We got a 30-second timeout here. Score is 38 Somerset, 56 Prescott Cardinals. And Prescott, I believe, is at their season average right now. I believe their season average is, in fact, 56. And they are at their average here with 10 minutes left to go in this contest. Cheers section trying to get Somerset student section on their feet. All right, back to basketball here. 10:25 left to go in this contest. Lesha finds Paulson. Paulson's off and running. Paulson's going to take it herself. Right hand, and that's up and good. Taylor Paulson for 2. Spartans hitting their season average, I believe. I believe their season average is about 42. We got 40 right now. Shot, ooh, an interesting call. Looks like they're calling the body on Eve Goldstein. Looked to be a clean block, but had some body with it. And Eve, I believe, how many fouls is that on one Eve Goldstein? I think
Second
that's
for her.
Her second.
Yep.
Shot is up and in. That's number 2. Brinley Gehring. She's a sophomore on this Cardinal team. Front end no good. Tipped around, bobbled. She gets her own board. Lenz with it. Lesha doing her best on Lenz. And that is, I believe, Eve Goldstein gets her her third foul. Yep, it's going to be on one Eve Goldstein. Phenomenal singer, sung our national anthem for us, and we always got to pay ode to Eve for singing national anthem. Also, very avid member of SHS for play and drama type things. Very, very good. And she's a senior, living it up her senior year for sure.
Heading over to North Dakota State for some shot put.
Yes, and if people don't know, I would be willing to put a lot of money that Eve is the strongest girls basketball player in the state of Wisconsin. Currently, Eve has a national title for shot put and discus, and she's a 2-time in a row state champ in both categories for track and field, and she went to state her freshman year for both as well. Just couldn't quite come up with it.
Ooh, Lenz
that's a
with the
clean
block there.
Clean block from Lenz. Lenz can really get up and away. She's got a very good vertical.
Yep, all-around athlete.
Yep, very good athlete. Heather! Nice post entry from Sophia Rivard, finding a freshman Heather Gaikowski. Nice 2. Bank with it. Now to Gehring, to Lenz. Baseline jumper. That's a silky smooth jump shot, folks.
Man.
From the baseline. 9:26 and rolling. Mackenzie Lesha with it. Finds the freshman Heather, her teammate.
Lenz's jump shot might be the smoothest shot we've seen on any live stream broadcast tonight, honestly. Just so smooth. Haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah.
So impressive. Just fun to watch. Obviously, you wish that it was on the Spartans, but you got to respect game. Game got to respect game.
For sure, for sure.
Absolutely. Lesha turns it over to Bank. Bank with it.
Spartans have to get back here, figure something out.
Lenz
with an easy 2 points there.
44 points.
Lenz easy find. She's going for something special here tonight, folks. She's got 44.
I don't think I've ever seen that points total in any high school basketball game.
Paulson lets it fly, no good. Lenz with it.
Nice rebound.
Lenz is going to be off and running. Bank is with her. Is she going to find her? Nice Euro step in the lane, and the bank is good.
Coach Corey Lindenberg always gets mad when we ask him about the other team's players after the game. We're not going to ask him about Lenz, but wow. I'm sure he would have some interesting insights about Lenz in this game. Just every aspect of the game, really impressive stuff.
Well, and the thing is, you got to assume that there are adjustments being made on the fly throughout the entire game at halftime, and for a player to keep going throughout the whole game at the same clip is pretty impressive.
Yeah, a player that scores 46 points, usually there's I feel like dozens of adjustments probably being made, and really like across the board, the Spartans have been trying to do things here, even switching up their base defense, and nothing's been going so far for the Spartans stopping Lenz.
Heather with an and one opportunity. She's going to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. Heather Gaikowski gets the immediate inbound, barrels her way in, and up and good.
I've liked how Heather's played today. I think she's been moving really, really well. She's more active than I've seen on defense than in past games here. I think she's really been shining for sure.
I think she has a little bit more of intensity and kind of urgency in a sense with her game tonight, especially in the paint. Both paint players definitely contributing big point totals in this game.
Danny throwing herself a block party down there. Another block. I think she's got 4 this game.
That is correct.
Liv Super Bowl Hoff with it. Rachel to Paulson. Trying to get something set up down low. Spartans trying to go kind of a 4-out, 1-in, high-low action. Liv finds Paulson. Liv into Heather. And that's going to be a foul for Somerset. For the benefit of Somerset, I should say. Heather Gaikowski doing a good job burying down there. And that foul is going to be on one Faith Stiles. She's a senior on this team. Heather Gaikowski to the line. So far this season, she's around 45%. Shots up, no good. Lenz almost had her hands on it. Official rebound's going to go to Boatman. Now Lenz with it. Trying to find any teammates she can. Somerset coming out in the 2-3 zone. Lets it fly. Front rim no good. Ball's on the ground. Scrum. Ball's out. Up, no good. Tipping around.
Lenz can even get the rebounds on her shoe tops there, folks.
Stiles is doing work in there for the Cardinals.
Jump ball. Interesting.
Number 40, Faith Stiles, on the offensive boards, doing work down there.
Cardinals had like 3 or 4 attempts on that offensive possession.
Yep. Lenz is going to get it. Double teamed.
Oof.
Finds the corner.
Prescott
Gearing.
definitely content to run some time, obviously, with a 19-point lead here with 7 minutes to go.
Yep. They are trying to run some time. I'm curious to see what Lenz is going to do, though. I think she's not trying to gain in her point total, but I think she's a high school athlete after all. She's got to wonder what could have been.
Oh, another block by Danny. Number 5 on the night for her, blocking Lenz there.
Danny getting her fingertips all over it tonight. Prescott with a little bit of pressure, not too much, just enough to get Somerset rattled a little bit. Paulson splitting the defenders. Danny to Rachel to Hoff. Danny finds the accidental tip.
Just how they drew that one
I think
up,
Heather
folks.
tipped that one right to Danny.
Heather seemed to almost do that volleyball flip backwards,
Yes.
and Danny just finds it.
Excellent play call by Coach Corey Lindenberg. All credit goes to him for sure.
Doesn't matter, 2 points. Ball's on the ground, Liv with it. She comes up with it. Paulson's all on her own. She's going to take it. Lenz with her following. Not going to happen today, Paulson says. Puts it in for 2.
The dunk opportunity was open there for Paulson, but I guess we'll have to wait till next time.
She decided to play it safe
Yes,
and get the for sure 2.
Boatman to Stiles, and that's up and good. Good teamwork and good passing from the Cardinals. It's going to be a full timeout, folks. Score here is 49, Somerset 66, Prescott. Full timeout. We got 5 minutes and 47 seconds exactly to go in the rest of this game.
Just a fun fact about Prescott. Before Mr. Rossmiller and I got hired here at Somerset, we both actually applied at Prescott Middle School. So we also possibly could have had the opportunity to both work together down there. But
There was some potential there.
Yeah. Beautiful drive down to Prescott.
Yeah,
It's
made the drive
beautiful.
from Central Wisconsin twice, had 2
Yes.
different interviews.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, interviewed twice there, almost got the job, finished in second.
Oh, man.
Yep. And then actually, after about a week getting the job at Somerset, the principal of Prescott Middle sent me an email saying, "Hey, we have a 7th grade position open for you. If you want it, it's yours." And
How
I
about
said,
that?
"Well, I'm already taken." So Prescott or Somerset is the home for me.
Well, this last 6 seconds of this timeout is going out to Grandma Midge from Mackenzie Lesha requested. Grandma Midge is an avid fan and listener of the Spartan live stream. Thank you, Grandma Midge. And a quick shout out to one Phoebe Dunleap, who was just at the top of this pyramid for the Spartan cheerleaders. Oh, she didn't appreciate me mentioning her name. I'll apologize to her later off air.
Also have to shout out Grace Gardner and Sawyer Wilson for helping us out tonight on the camera. They're doing an excellent job over there tonight. We really appreciate them helping us out tonight.
Yeah, we were in rough shape there leading up to this broadcast about 7 minutes before. We did not have a camera person, and they definitely stood in to help us out here. So big thank you to them as we have crossed into a new record here with 46 viewers. I anticipate that there are a lot of Prescott Cardinal fans out there. I gave the link to a few Cardinal fans here in attendance, so welcome. Hope you're enjoying what you're hearing here, and this has
thank
been
you.
a fun game for sure.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate anyone that tunes in, and tell your friends about it. We want more people to see what we have to offer here at the Spartan live stream.
I'm going to go full YouTuber and say, hit that like and subscribe button down low.
Had to go there, huh?
Cardinals with it. Blocked
Is
by
that
Danny
another block by
again. That's her
Danny?
6th block of the
6.
game. Lenz with it, however. Lenz loses
they're
it,
gonna get a
however.
foul here on Paulson, I think.
Yes, I believe that is on Taylor Paulson. That's going to be a 1-1 for Isabella Lenz, looking to add to her career high point total.
Will she get 50, folks? Will she get 50?
That is the question. She's got 46 currently.
Only time
Spartans
will tell.
have 49.
She has 46. The other team has only 3 more. But what a talent, what a player. You know, you got to, like Ross Miller you alluded to, I mean, you got to respect game. Game respects game. And that is one heck of a ball player, folks. It's not an accident she gets that many points.
No.
I mean, she's just lights out this game so far. In particular, this game. She's made more buckets than she has missed.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Yeah, for sure. She only missed twice in the first half.
Our viewership total now matches Lenz's point total with 47.
It's almost like a tribute of sorts. 47 viewers for 47
that is
points.
quite interesting for sure.
Principal Donnelly not appreciating that call.
Thumbs down.
Big thumbs down from Principal Donnelly from the stripes out there. Lenz inbounding right to Styles. No good. Bank with it. Back to Lenz. Lenz still looking to see something interesting happen from her the rest of this game. However, I think she is going for the high road, trying to run out this clock. Lenz in there with a board, passing it out. Up and front rim, no good.
Another board by Lenz.
Lenz is just doing it all, folks. Man, oh man.
There's nothing you can really do but laugh, honestly. It's just crazy.
Her anticipation of where the ball's going to head is pretty impressive.
And Lenz, if you're listening and not quite sure who Lenz is, you'll get to know her a lot next year because she's a junior.
Holy moly.
So she's coming back, folks. Ball's up. Nice roll.
You mean
And that's good
she's
for
coming
Lenz.
back for that senior year? She's not going to declare for the draft early?
Nope. Lesha, power dribble, loses it. Where's it going?
Oh.
They're going to call it a turnover.
Thought that might have been off Prescott.
Thought
but
that could have been a body or something, but they're not going to give it to her. Score is 49-69 here at Somerset. 4:18 and rolling left in this game. Somerset's got 8 fouls to their stat sheet. And that's lights out from Bank. Up and in, 3 points good. Prescott got 72 this game.
Prescott
really can
still-
do no wrong.
Still playing a full court press. Not
Showing-
keeping the pedal to the metal.
I mean, they're not just showing the conference what they're all about. They're showing the state what
Yeah.
they're all
Oh,
about.
yeah.
They have
sure.
state aspirations for sure. Paulson shaking and baking. A little razzle-dazzle. They're going to call a body on Bank, who just sank a 3 at the other end. 3 minutes and 50 seconds we are at. Paulson going up for the 1-1. Taylor Paulson, member of Anderson Advisory. Currently 70% on the season so far. Shots up and in. Front end of the 1-1 is good. Somerset reaches 50. And Paulson, Taylor Paulson, sinks both of them.
Team high 12 for Paulson tonight.
Paulson with 12, Danny with 10. Danny on kind of a scoring drought so far. Entry pass is in, but bobbled, and that's going to be off Styles. And it's going to be Prescott, or excuse me, Somerset ball. Liv Hoff checking out. Mackenzie Lesha checking in. Mackenzie Lesha doing very well in biology so far. Really knows her Punnett squares, folks.
It looks like Claire Anderson might be getting some action in this game. She has her warm-up off, the freshman. Emily Richard getting ready to go. Getting some minutes tonight in a big middle border game. Kind of cool.
Looks like it. Lenz with it. Shot no good. Lenz getting her own board. It's like it's meant to be today, folks. Lesha doing her best, really trying to anticipate, get out there, and Lenz is just too much. Prescott crowd is on their feet. That's 51. She officially has the same amount of points as Somerset.
Not anymore, though.
No.
There we go.
Paulson is going to get a free pass to the rim, and that's an easy 2.
Yep, both Claire Anderson and Emily Richard checking into the game here.
Great passing from Prescott. My goodness, 76 points. That last bucket coming from Aaron Boatman. 53-76. We got 2:41 and rolling left in this contest. Somerset trying to get it into the post. Danny with it. Danny with the body. Left hand up and no good. It's going to be a foul on Boatman.
A quick opportunity here to do our attendance count for the day. We are at 147 people in attendance tonight.
Fantastic.
A little bit more than
A
Tuesday.
little bit more than Tuesday. Pretty decent numbers, considering we have a boys hockey game in New Richmond happening right now, and we also have a girls hockey game here in Somerset.
Couple of big hockey games going on
For
tonight.
sure, for sure. So that kind of spreads the student attendance as well as some community members to multiple different events here.
Both teams will be switching some starters here.
Both teams emptying their benches, and Lenz comes out. She's going to call it a night with 51.
Getting a well-earned standing ovation from the Prescott crowd. And Claire Anderson getting her first varsity minutes here right now. The freshman getting some minutes, which is awesome to see.
Good to see.
Congratulations, Claire.
Danny Schockner checking out after that last free throw. Eve Goldstein checking in. All right, here we go. 2:32 and rolling left in this contest. Coming out in the 2-3 zone. Excuse me, man-to-man it appears. Bobbled around. Emily Richard on the floor with it. Nice shot fake, and that's a ball up and no good. Sophia Rivard, the Iron Claw, rips it away.
The Iron Claw.
Well, did you see her throw?
Oh, I think everyone saw that.
We
yeah.
remember, yes.
That's officially her go-to nickname. To the line for Prescott is Izzy Matzik. Izzy Matzik. I'm assuming younger sister of one Sydney Matzik. Number 4, junior. Up and good. Good-looking free throw shot from Izzy.
Oh.
And what is happening?
Claire inbounded the ball to Emily. Emily stepped out of bounds to inbound the ball to Claire.
Oh.
So a couple of inexperienced Spartans there.
They're just
making
getting the jitters out.
Yep. Getting some errors out here so they can be ready to go when their number is called, possibly next year.
Absolutely.
For some more playing time.
Emily Richard on ball defense. And that's up and no good with the right hand from Cardinals.
Nice rebound by Lesha there.
Lesha with the board. Lesha's going to lead this team to the promised land in this last 2 minutes here. Lesha with the nice up and in.
That was nice. 8 points for Lesha now.
That's a catch and shoot opportunity from the Cardinals. No good. Lesha adding her stat sheet here.
Well, and that just shows what kind of player.
Claire Anderson for 3.
Oh,
no good.
It looked good from here.
That would look good.
It looked good from here.
But just showing how Lesha is as a player. I mean, this game is out of hand here, but to see her still going 100%.
It could be tied, and you wouldn't. If you watch her, you wouldn't know the score at all.
We could be winning by 30.
100% at all times. A good quality in a player for sure.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's hard to coach, honestly. So Spartans have a good one there for sure.
And Lesha's got 2 more good years to come. She's only a sophomore for this Somerset team. Claire Anderson getting back in transition defense. And good for her, getting on the official stat sheet as a shot attempt. Shots up and good for Prescott. 79 points. Prescott, 57 points. Somerset. We got 127 and rolling. Post entry from Claire into Eve. Now out to Lesha, to Rivard.
Oh.
Rivard turns it over on the pass. Claire Anderson hot on the heels of a Cardinal. No avail. Cardinals going to score. And that's Izzy Matzik getting on the stat sheet officially with a nice 2-point field goal. 81 for Prescott. Claire with it to Emily Richard, also a sophomore. Ball's batted around. Lesha finds it. She's going to let it fly, and that's no good. Richard with
rebound. She'll take it in.
Richard with a nice, strong move, and she's going to the line for 2.
And that's the strong game in the paint that Emily Richard showcases during JV games all the time, oftentimes averaging in the high teens or 20s for that JV team.
Yeah, a force to be reckoned with on that JV squad for sure.
Yes.
Emily Richard, first
And
shot.
she gets some
She's
points.
going to get into the scorer's book with 1. Let's see if she can make it 2, folks. Shot is up and back rim no good. Rebound Cardinals. 44 seconds left in this contest. Doing the old dribble weave, Cardinals are. Shots up, no good. Bobbled around. And a call. It appears it's going to be Somerset ball off the fingertips of a Cardinal. Lesha bringing it up. Eve Goldstein and Emily Richard trying to do some post work here the rest of this game. 26 seconds and rolling. Rivard with it. Now to Anderson. To Lesha. Into Emily. Emily with the right hand, and that's up and
By the
good.
2 sophomores connecting.
Good Steve Nash pass and find from Mackenzie Lesha to Emily Richard for an easy deuce. That's a strong move to the hoop. 5, 4,
There's a rebound
3.
for Anderson.
Claire Anderson could make the score sheet. She's got to let it fly. She lets it go.
Oh.
No good.
Fun to see some of the Spartans who don't necessarily get a lot of minutes
Yeah.
there playing at the end.
Good effort from the Somerset Spartan team as well. Unfortunately, they had to play against one Isabella Lenz, who is officially calling it a day with a couple minutes left in this game. She called it with 51 points, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I've seen anything like that, men's or women's basketball. That's something else. That's
No.
something special.
I've never seen that number on this scoreboard for
Nope.
sure. That is for sure.
Don't see that one every day or every season for that matter.
No.
She's going to remember this one for a long, long time, and hopefully she can relive this moment on this Spartan Livecast if she wants a full
That's true.
recording of it all,
Boy, and she had, her season high was 38 coming into
I
the
believe
game?
so, yeah.
Holy
which is
moly.
already ridiculous.
Right.
When she comes in and
Right.
annihilates that by 12 points.
She didn't quite stay on her pace for 80 points, but she kept it pretty close.
Well, and the pieces, too. I mean, towards the end of the game there when she's nearing 50, and of course that's a milestone, but you see her, she's passing the ball, she's moving the offense around, she's not just taking silly shots or
Oh, yeah.
things like that. I mean, team player all around. And
She's a facilitator for sure,
Yeah.
and you can see it when she's coming up the court.
Yep. That's going to bode well for her future. I'm sure there's, I mean,
Huh.
I can't speak to facts, but I'm sure there's probably some basketball momentum moving in her future.
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
got to be a couple of programs that are
Yeah.
kind of interested in that kind of talent on the college level.
Well, for anyone new to the live stream post game here, we usually have Coach Corey Lindenberg come up and join us in a few minutes here to talk about what he saw in the game. So we just eagerly await his arrival. He's usually good for a couple questions to finish up the broadcast here. But our next broadcast is going to bring us back at you tomorrow. We have the boys high school basketball team here for Somerset going against the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks are
There we
coming
go.
to town.
Should be a
So
good
that'll be
game.
a fun one. We haven't had a boys game in a while
It's
here.
been quite a while.
Yeah. And then next week we have a game with girls again next Tuesday. And then I believe next Friday are girls again against Amory. So
That Amory game is going to be huge
Yep.
because currently, well, now with this conference loss, it might shake it up a little bit. But if Somerset can beat Amory, they're going to have a case for at least beating them in conference, if they are tied with them in conference.
Okay.
In third place, let's go over that really quickly here. Give me a hot second to find the conference standings here. Let's talk about conference and kind of the new developments. Wouldn't you know it, Prescott is still undefeated. They're officially going to be 10-0 in conference. They're going to be 14-2 overall on the season, with both those losses coming from out-of-town opponents, out of conference, excuse me, as well. So Somerset is looking at, right now, it looks like they're 6-6 in conference. Or excuse me, they're 5-5 in conference so far. So now they're 5-6 in conference. And then above Somerset, Spartans are 5-6, tied for fourth, no longer. Ellsworth is 5-5. Amory is 6-4. So that third place battle is going to be pretty huge in this last remaining couple weeks of the season.
Definitely. That could help the Spartans get a home playoff game too, which would be wonderful to live stream.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Home playoff games are always fun, and it's basically, I mean, the story of this conference so far is the battle of the behemoths at the top. It's the Prescott Cardinals, who are officially 10-0 as of this evening, and then there's the New Richmond Tigers, who are 9-1, with their only loss coming to these Prescott Cardinals. So, I mean, it's Prescott, New Richmond, and then everybody else.
Yep.
In terms of Somerset sports tonight, I am not sure how either one of our hockey teams did tonight. I know that they were scoreless in the boys' game in New Richmond after the first period. That is the last tweet that I'm able to see from our resident sports expert, one Dave Newman from the, I guess it wasn't the New Richmond News. I'm not sure.
Rivertowns.
Rivertown. Yep.
Rivertowns.net. Dave Newman in the industry a long time.
Absolutely.
How long has he been at that news station?
As according to his Twitter bio, it's been 26 years.
Fantastic. Out in the community for everything, especially a big sports guy for sure. So, if you are just tuning in for whatever reason, Somerset loses this one by 21. And then the big story, we'll address it with Coach Lindenberg as well. I mean, the big story is obviously Lens.
You can ask
I mean,
him about her.
I was just saying, be careful about your
You can ask him about her.
questioning when it comes to
Go
the
ahead.
other team with Coach Lindenberg. He does not like to talk about the other team in his post games.
Well, as no head coach really does.
But something this kind of historic here, for sure, you got to at least mention it.
Yeah, for the individual, Lens walks away with this game with 51.
But you can ask that question for sure.
Yeah, and hopefully, like I say, she can relive this moment, this day. Quite literally, just watch this game on this live stream. So hopefully that is a good gift to her from us here at Somerset.
All right, I do see one Coach Corey Lindenberg coming up the steps here to join. Oh, he's not joining us. He's walking that way. Hopefully he comes here.
I go first? Okay.
So he's just getting some of his stuff together here.
I think he's getting the official book, trying to look up some of the things. Well, who can we shout out to this game? We can shout out, who are our camera people?
We already shouted them out. Grace Gardner and Sawyer Wilson did a wonderful job.
Grace Gardner, Sawyer Wilson.
They helped us out in a pinch. We had we weren't sure who was going to be the camera operator tonight, and they helped us out quite a bit.
And we had Spartan cheerleaders coming out. We had the pep band out.
And it looks like we're not going to get Coach Corey Lindenberg tonight.
Looks like we're not going to get Lindy tonight, but that is okay. So are there any closing remarks from you gentlemen?
I don't think so. I mean, entertaining game for sure. Yeah, that's really all I got.
Yeah, if I was an unbiased third party, my goodness, I mean, Lens would have been really terrific to watch. I mean, she was for sure. I'm a fan of the game, so as we all are listening. So it was a delight and a treat to watch her just do her magic basically tonight. But that's pretty much the big story as far as Somerset's concerned. They're officially 4th place in the conference here. So we will look to continue the live stream for the girls next Tuesday, and then for the boys tomorrow. So you guys can tune in if you are interested in that Friday night boys action against Baldwin Woodville. I'm Keaton Anderson. Along with me tonight were my color commentators, Mr. Will Rossmiller, staff member at SHS here, and then also a color commentator / producer, Mr. Cody Wallen. Thank you for producing, taking care of all things technical, Mr. Wallen. I'm Keaton Anderson, and we're going to say so long from Somerset.